All right, all the way from Columbus, Ohio, is our feature for the night. Please welcome Miss Leslie Battle.
Hi, everybody. I had the most interesting drive coming down here. I have never driven to South Point, Ohio, and I'm quite honored to be in South Point, Ohio, because I was born in the South, meaning Texas, not South Ohio. But I almost felt like I drove all the fucking way back home to get here. But it's good, great looking crowd, everybody. You ladies look so perky right there. You just like, make us laugh, bitch. And I intend to do that. I gotta tell you though, I saw a couple of unusual things coming down here, and I don't know how familiar everybody is with, I guess it's 52 coming down here, but at one point I looked to my left, and there was this running track at a school that had corn growing. Sucks to be that football team. Shit. What are you doing to those poor kids? Jeez, no lines or nothing. My gosh. But I mean, you know, that's better than collecting box tops, I guess. Making extra money. But for those of you that don't know me, which is pretty much everybody in the room except for Carlin because he stalks me, I am 43 years old. My children are ages 20, 16, and 13. And as of the 10th of August, I went to basic training 25 years ago at Fort Dix, New Jersey. Thank you. I have been serving in the United States Army for 25 years. I'm still active in the National Guard now. And it's crazy because I talk to younger folks that are coming up, and they're like, God, it seems like a long time. I'm like, not when you're on the other end of it. Looking back, going, shit, that was fast. Man, what am I still doing here? But I get to do some really cool stuff. Like, when we were training up for deployment, this was in 2007, they figured we all needed to get familiar with, you know, as many weapon systems as we could put our hands on. So they put me on an automatic grenade launcher. Ladies, that was the best orgasm I ever fucking had. I'm just saying, prepare yourself. It's out of control. So, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm single. No, I've been divorced now for about 3 years, and thanks to Captain Asshole, I'm in therapy. And I'm trying to be an optimist about it. I mean, it's probably one of the better things he's ever done for me in life, because my therapist is hot. But my therapist likes to, you know, get all in my brain and try to help me out with things, and suggested that maybe I should have a second childhood. So I went out and got a schoolgirl outfit. Now I'm looking for a 27-year-old English teacher who might buy that I'm 17. Just saying. Plan. I did it.
I taught English this morning.
Sweet. Talk to me after the show. He thinks I'm playing. Anyway. I mean, you know, this whole dating thing, it's kind of interesting because my ex and I were married almost 15 years. So, you know, I was kind of out the market for at least 5 of those. And cumulative. But at any rate, you know, I'm trying the online dating thing, you know, and going online, it's different. Word to the wise fellas, if you are indulging, if you would do me the favor and keep in mind that when they say athletic body type, they don't mean sumo wrestler. You could help me out a little bit with that. But speaking of dating, you know, I've had a few things to think about. I'm trying to open my mind about things. You know, there's all this uproar about homosexuals and gay marriage and all this kind of stuff. And I started thinking, you know, if it's this hard for me to find a straight guy, how hard is it for a gay guy to find another gay guy? Because damn, I mean, first you got to go through the whole thing, hey, do you take it up the butt too? Not usually the sort of thing that comes out in conversation right off the bat. And, you you know, as frustrated as I do get with the straight men that, you know, keep passing through my life, I'm really not ready to bat for the other team because I don't need that much more fiber in my diet. I'll just stick to the wheat thins. Thank you. But, you know, I'll admit, I kind of have a thing for dating white dudes. I mean, I live in Ohio. There's a bumper crop. Just, you know, in the Army we say train smarter, not harder. I'm just saying. And it's funny, you know, I've been waiting on a brother man to stage an intervention, you know, but my people can't be on time for shit, as evidenced by me tonight. I even drew up some invitations and everything, and nothing. So, but, you know, there's some perks to me dating white dudes. I mean, you know, I kind of feel like I'm giving back to my community by keeping the man down for a change. You know, giving back one bad relationship at a time. No, but it's funny because my ex is a German-Irish guy. He's got blue eyes. And with him, I have blue-eyed babies. And yes, I was very confused the first time in the delivery room. Lord, you do realize that at Walmart, they will be following me around asking me whose kid I got. Like, it's funny because I think the dream has been realized. I know that Lee has just as much of an equal chance of being thought of being a kidnapper as I do of being thought of being the nanny. Thank you, Dr. King. But you know, there's times though, I mean, I'm maturing and I can't help but wonder if maybe I am turning into a man, because I sure as hell ain't asking for directions when I'm lost. And I hate to admit this, but I'm getting this little mustache thing, which my 16-year-old son would be proud of it if it was on his face, but on me, not so much. And then every month I'll look at my paycheck and I look at the child support I'm paying my ex, and it's just like, oh yeah, I've got testicles. I don't know how the magistrate figured that out, but yeah. Thank you, Gloria Steinem, for that whole equality thing. I think somebody missed some fine print somewhere. It's all kidding. But I tell you, you know, raising teenage boys, it can be a challenge. You know, they try to get mouthy or whatever. And it's funny because I started reminding them about that video of me with the grenade launcher, like, of all the moms you know, you want to fuck with this one? We can try that. But I ain't scared to go to jail. I know half the cats that work there. Because for those of you that don't know, a lot of the members of the National Guard and the Reserves are also law enforcement, which can come in handy when you get stopped for a ticket the 15th time. You know, you get to know a person like that. I just started keeping donuts in the car with me. Just happen to have some glaze. Oh, celebrities, right? You know, I know I shouldn't admit this, but as I was driving through the Wayne Forest, I was thinking, am I going to make a Batman joke? No, I won't do that. But what was it, a couple months ago, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian had their baby. Well, really, Kim did it, you know, had the baby part. And everybody was all like, they named the baby North? They named the baby North? Who names the baby North? And I mean, I can't say it would have been my first choice, but I couldn't really understand why people were so upset. And then I thought about it. At least for the Afro community, they were kind of pissed at Kanye for not spelling it with an F. I can say that. That's my joke. You guys can't do it. You guys are a lot of fun. Thank you so much. Because I woke up thinking about my ex-husband this morning, and then, you know, it just goes downhill from there. No, not really. I need to give him a little more credit where credit is due, because taking me through that whole situation has taught me a lot about optimism. Like I mentioned before with the child support, and mind you, I have the kids 50-50 as well, so week on, I wake off, I pick them up. But the more I thought about it, I was just like, you know what, actually what I'm really doing is paying him not to have sex with me. What a bargain. Amazing. The way you can just look at things in a totally different way. But gotta admit, I kind of dig the younger dudes too, because oh yeah, I'm 43. Everybody's younger than me, so that makes it a little easy. On occasion, I've been called a cougar, and there was a time I would be offended, but then I started thinking about it. Well, let's see, cougars are usually brown, and some places are fuzzy, and maybe they purr, and shit, on a good day, that does sound like me. So I just started to realize that maybe it was okay. And it's so funny because it just, I can't really say that as a minority my experience has been that much different than mainstream America. And it's funny because, you know, I often get told, well, you know, you don't sound black on the phone, or you don't act like you're black, or, you know, you don't smoke weed or something. I don't know. It's confusing to me that so many of the attributes for one minority or another, you know, seem to be. I mean, stereotypes are based in truth. Like, I love watermelon. I ain't gonna lie about that. It really is. And now they're finding out that it's good for you too. Sign me up, man. Now, the whole fried chicken thing, I never really got the hang of. There's just something about putting a pot of oil on a stove and expecting it not to combust somehow in my presence. Loves me a microwave. My poor kids, they know Chef Boyardee's real name. Francis. Look it up. Oh boy. You know, I think that pop music is just starting to go a little too far. You know, I mean, there was a time when mindless was okay, but we're way past just a little mindless here. I mean, like, not too long ago, Bruno Mars had that song, "I Catch a Grenade for Ya." Huge song, right? Baby, isn't that a little counterproductive? I mean, you can't really love me if you're in pieces. But of course, then right behind that, you've got Katy Perry saying, "Baby, you're a firework." So I guess that was like the bookend, you know. Maybe. And then Rihanna was all like, "Oh, Nana, what's my name?" And then 3 months later, she says, "I'm an alcoholic." No shit, bitch. You can't remember your name? Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. But, you know, my ex and I, we went through a few things, and he's just a funny, funny man. Like, I kind of should have clued in that maybe things weren't going to pan out with a couple of very key situations. Like, one time our son was doing this genealogy assignment for school. He was only in second grade, so it wasn't like all that in depth. And like I said, I grew up in Texas, so my great-great-grandparents were slaves. Now, I don't get all militant about that because pretty much everywhere I go, y'all outnumber me. But, you know, if anybody's feeling any kind of, you know, civic responsibility, I will take reparations in things like Jaeger bombs or Walmart cards. You know, I'm open to bridging the gap. We can all get along. But he knew that his great-grandparents all immigrated from Europe on whichever boat, you know. But then he turns to me and he's like, "Well, honey, which boat do you think your folks came over on?" Well, I thought about it, and I realized that a jail sentence wouldn't really go all that well with my military career, so I decided to, you know, do a little rouge baba. But I said, "You know, honey, there's a distinct possibility our folks came over in the same boat. It's just mine we're rowing." And go in the kitchen and make me a sandwich before I kick your ass. I'm not that violent at home. But, so, like another time, like I said, we were married almost 15 years. And, you know, you read these ladies' magazines, like how to keep the spice in your marriage and this, that, and the other. And I swear it was like pulling teeth with him. I was like, "Well, honey, what are your fantasies? What do you want me to do? What?" For 12 years, I'm begging him, you know, give me some ideas, because I don't like to do all the thinking, but, you know, it is what it is. Finally, after 12 years, he says to me, "Well, baby, I've really been embarrassed to admit this, but I've always kind of had this slave master fantasy." Whoa. Really? Like I didn't figure that shit out when you married the black chick? Ooh, no wonder they say women mature faster than men. No, but, I think I'm gonna get ready to hang it up here. You guys have been such an awesome audience. Thank you so much. You made me feel so welcome here. Definitely worth the drive. I tell you what, though, they don't believe in straight roads here. I was just like, that's a good way to keep drugs off the road, because you can't stay on that road and not be sober. That's not cool. And it's messy too, because I do depend on my GPS a lot, and there's just nothing like looking at my GPS and the car is actually perpendicular to the road because of the curves. Yeah, that's not going to freak me out at all as I hear the banjos playing and Sasquatch crosses the highway right in front of me. But I missed him this time. This time. My name's Leslie Val, everyone. Thank you so much.
Give it up for Leslie Battle.